Now, right now, there's an intense battle over who will be the next leader of the United Auto Workers Union. Ballots are already out for a runoff election with two big names, both of whom think they can lead the union out of a stretch that's been marked by turmoil and corruption cases. Rod Maloney live for us tonight after sitting down one-on-one with the current president, Ray Curry. Rod.
Yeah, Devin, it's been 87 years since the UAW's had a direct election. Usually they have delegates go to the convention and they elect the leadership. But the federal government, in its oversight after all of the corruption trials, is out there saying that there is something that they need to do to step in. And so now Ray Curry wants to have his opportunity to make his case.
We are a more transparent leadership and organization. We've been able to put new reforms in place, and we've allowed and made sure that the membership has received that information.
57-year-old North Carolina native Ray Curry took office as president in June of 2021 after serving as national secretary-treasurer. He joined the UAW in 1992 on a truck assembly line, served in the Army before that, and he knows to get reelected, he needs to get past his membership skepticism after former UAW presidents Gary Jones and Dennis Williams' corruption convictions that sent them to federal prison.
I have no attachments to the corruption. I was not involved in the corruption or any of those things that took place. Also, I've been a huge advocate, whether it was grassroots pieces of being an organizer originally before coming on to the international staff. I have fought on behalf of the memberships.
Curry's opponent, Shawn Fain, an international staffer who worked for a former Stellantis vice president, is promising a hard line against the automakers as the union heads into national contract talks. Curry says his experience in all areas of UAW representation is the stark difference between the two.
And to all of a sudden think that you can walk into the bargaining room and understand the issues from a number of different other sectors when you've never dealt with them, that's a learning experience in itself. It's almost like on-the-job training. We're not ready in 23 for on-the-job training.
Couple of things. We spoke with Shawn Fain in an interview like this back in December. Now it is Curry's turn. In the meantime, we're live outside of Solidarity House because after the massive fire that they had here a few years back, next week they're going to be moving back in. In the meantime, Curry is telling us that he has a lot of things on his plate that he wants to get done on the new national contract, including what he calls true pattern bargaining between all three of the domestic three automakers. Devin, back to you.
Rod, a lot of the new members of the management team elected in December come from Fain's sort of opposition faction. Talk a little bit about what that's meant.
Well, I talked to Ray about that, and I asked him if it was difficult because the United members, or the UAW members United, is a rather tough group. They want strikes. They want to push back against the companies. But so far, he says he's had a couple of board meetings, and it hasn't been contentious. So we'll have to see if he gets reelected, whether that can be sustained or if Shawn Fain actually prevails here.
Yeah, interesting. All right, Rod.